This is for you. This goes out to one of the best property managers. Ain't no one else out there that can hang with you. You got these apartments on lock. Your hustle don't quit and your game don't stop. I know you're sick of me not paying the rent. Got my check next thing you know my money's spent. But I know I got a reckon, and I'll have your money on the 22nd. Hello everyone, listen, we're going to be going over what's happened already. Is it another one on the way? And is there more relief that we need to look at, okay? Before we get into this, go ahead and press like, share, and subscribe so we can go ahead and give you more videos just like this one, all right? Listen, lockdowns have already been put in place. You know, these events are unprecedented, but the government also took steps to protect Americans from financial ruin, okay, including the passage of the CARES Act. Now, this act came with an array of benefits that included forgivable loans for small businesses through the Paycheck Protection Program, as well as tax credits for businesses who were able to retain their employees. Economic stimulus payments were another largely popular component of the CARES Act. Americans whose incomes fell between $75 for individuals and $150 for couples, they were targeted for this relief, all right? But was the first round of stimulus checks enough? It may have been at the time, but some believe it's time to roll out a more financial help for American families. The CARES Act passed on March 27th, right? You remember that? And June has come and gone since then, and many states are reporting a rapid surge in these events. Now, some areas of the country are even having to roll back their reopenings, potentially leaving more people out of work or dealing with limited hours and pay. Now listen, is another stimulus check on its way? Interestingly, the already proposed Health and Economic Recovery Omnibus Emergency Solutions HEROES Act would provide more financial payments to Americans in addition to other types of economic relief. This act was already passed by the Democrat-controlled House, but it must get through the Republican-controlled Senate when a vote comes around. Now, if the HEROES Act were to ever pass, families could receive up to $6,000 in payments per household. Individuals earning up to $75,000 would get a $1,200 check, and couples who earn up to $150,000 would get double that amount. Families would then receive another $1,200 per dependent, up to 3 dependents, okay? Now, what we want to look at is something else, all right? We want to look at you. Comment below and see where, I want to see where you're at in this. Have you already gotten your stimulus check? Or have you already gotten it, and are you waiting on another one? Okay, I think that's a very, very, good question. Now, last week in an interview with national political editor Joe St. George, the president even went on to say there would be another stimulus package that would be, remember that, very generous. According to the Wall Street Journal, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin also said earlier in June that the White House was considering a second round of stimulus payments, but that it's too early to speculate exactly on what would be included in the package. Now, this is the other relief to watch out for. With the additional $600 in weekly unemployment payments, some Americans are receiving scheduled to end on July 31st. So this ends. Many Americans are patiently waiting to find out if another new assistance is on its way. Now, recently, Mitch McConnell was reported as saying that the next stimulus package will not extend unemployment benefits any further. Instead, Americans may see some kind of back-to-work bonus, which will be awarded to citizens who are able to get back to work, find a new job, or otherwise find ways to earn income. What would this back-to-work bonus look like? There are several proposals floating around, which include a $450 weekly payment through the end of July 2020. This was proposed by Rob Portman. He's a senator from Ohio, and the additional payment would come on top of your regular paycheck. A $1,200 back-to-work bonus, which would be paid out in 2 installments of $600. This option was proposed by Kevin Brady, and it would be offered in addition to regular pay. Both of these proposals are geared specifically to those on unemployment who are able to go back to work and begin earning an income. With that in mind, this type of stimulus would only help a certain portion of workers and certainly not everyone. So what's the bottom line? If you're hoping and praying that more help is on the way, it appears the likelihood of Americans receiving more financial help is improved compared to a few months ago. Republicans seem to be coming around to the idea of another stimulus check or a back-to-work bonus, which is a positive sign. But folks, I want to see where you're at in all this, all right? We're going to give you updates as we get them, and something is definitely in the works. We just don't know yet, all right? Listen, folks, like, share, subscribe. God bless, and you have a great one.